On this week's episode, we start painting on the epoxy primer. We go for some sushi. Ricky makes our laminating press. We sand down the epoxy filler and go for some drinks at the Yacht Club's last hurrah. Andy, what are we gonna go do now?
So you remember when I told you guys that I stay online and I shop around? So I found a Luma hatch online for sale, and it's still brand new in box for a fifth of the price of what a new one goes for. And I bought it, and the guy posted it to me. 56 by 450. You know how much this hatch is? Super stoked. That just saved us like $500. So we've opened up our diesel tanks, and they claimed that it had been cleaned not too long ago. Yeah, that's what we're sitting with, and there's some water in it, so good that we clean it up. We'll open it up. We're going to clean them all up nicely now and refit the gasket seal, and then be good to go. So that's what our new floor is in over here in the cockpit. That's what it looks like. So we'll start building up a lip over there, and it's just been glassed on the top side, and we're going to build all of that new, and then there's our cover, and that'll fold down nicely afterwards. Yeah, looking good, man, making some good progress this week. And we'll have one big hatch as opposed to all those little hatches, and that's where we're going to fit our gen set. It's going to fit here. So we started giving everything a first coat of primer, and this is epoxy primer, so that will highlight all the little low areas and high spots, and then so we can fill it up a little bit. So we'll fill everything up, and then we'll put another coat of primer, and then we'll put the final coat of polyurethane. And all of the bottom areas that we're coating is just because it's going to be very difficult to access that once the tops are in and the dividers are in and all of that. So that's why we started coating it. And our access hatch for the entrance almost done.
Our cockpit, as well as the hatch, still needs some trimming, sanding and painting.
So we need new ones of these because these seals are missing, and I can't find the seals anywhere, and they're black anyways, and I think they're like $5 one, so I'd rather just replace them too. So we've got our new hatches. That will be our those little port ones. I know these are more like access hatches, but that's what we had, so we're just going to change them for clear ones. We've taken out the old one and we've cleaned it up. You've got your new inspection hatch cover, and it's a two-part like that. So what you want to do is you want to put the lid back on before you fit it. Then you fit it. You insert a pen into there and make all the marks if they don't line up with the previous ones, and you drill your new holes, but this one lines up with the previous holes. And so now we just put on the silicone, and what I'm using is Sikaflex 291i, and I'll put a bead around there and around the little screws, and I'll put on the inside there. So let me show you.
Ricky did say silicone, but in fact it is a polyurethane that we use.
Take your screws. Put them in. I don't tighten them all the way, so that so you can still have a bit of seeker flex. So it's literally just to hold it, and then once it's dry, I'll press it down. We'll fit our PVC pipe through there. We'll have no more a bunch of little holes with cables running through. We'll have one hole.
We started drilling the holes we would use to run the PVC piping behind our galley to hold all our wiring. We also are planning on making it easy to access behind the cabinets if we would need to inspect.
This we're going to use to paint the inside of our new hatch. It's pool coat. It's like gel coat, except this will dry completely exposed to air, as opposed to gel coat, which needs to be in a mold and sealed from oxygen. This stuff dries. I think in America you call it a top coat or something like that, but it's a polyester and it's pigmented in white, this one.
We aren't using pool coats here. We started painting with some epoxy primer.
Started applying the primer. These areas are pretty much sanded down nicely. Those are all ugly. And there we go, new paint. So I just got here to cable man. This is what our backup secondary steering is. It's cable steering. Our primary is hydraulic, and so obviously this is not going to work if it's in this condition. So give you a typical example of what a swage looks like when it's failed or when it's failing. That's a corrosion failure. So it's expanding on the inside and it's swelling up the swage, and that's why it's cracking. So yeah, that's the condition of the cable. So we're gonna go out to these cable guys over here and see if they can sort it out for us.
After a long Saturday, we went to go get some ice creams to cool us down.
When it comes to Saturdays, Simone already starts closing me up.
Yep.
And she offers me takeaway and a blanket.
So you can sleep yet tonight?
It's Saturday, 6 bells. We had a good productive day, and we've been driving home along the same route every day. So we see there's a little sushi store. So we're going for sushi.
We had a nice good shower, got clean, well, as clean as we can, but it seems like we still have a lot of paint on us.
Yeah, got some on my hand too.
I have my Anyway, so we're just gonna go get some sushi and chill.
It's been a long week, so it's been good. We got a lot done. We started painting and we finished the cockpit area up, so that's done. What do you get?
We're having some sweet corn soup,
Something sweet corn soup, and then we got salmon.
rainbow roll.
What next?
This forever following you. Just don't get too far, and I'll be right where you are. You're a dream that I could finally see. I just want us to always be, to always be.
I had some matcha ice cream, and Ricky had the traditional South African dessert, malva pudding.
But it was good.
It was yummy.
That chow was good. This place gets the thumbs up from us. Let's go home. So we just come back from church. It's Sunday, and we're trying to find this flea market following Simone's grandparents.
Going up one ways.
He went up a one-way now. We call him the fire truck man. And check out the color of his car.
Let's stay.
Well, looks like we're going home. We've given up. They've turned away.
After a lovely weekend, it was back to work and back to painting.
Let's stay here in love.
Got the melamine boards, and we're creating a press. So one board will go on top, one board will go at the bottom, and I'm putting these battens in so that we can stiffen up the thing so that when we load it, it doesn't deform. So I'm going to put I'm using what is this, like 38 by 38 in millimeters, and then I'll stiffen them up on the longitude so that we don't get the board to flex. So we're just holding a press technique.
On our lunch break, we drove to the appliance store to purchase our fridge and freezer before they were sold out. And then we started filling up all our imperfections for our primary coat of paint.
So we just got some micro balloons and we're fairing the inside of the hull so it's smooth, because we're not going to have vinyl on it, so it's going to be a paint finish. So we're trying to get it as smooth as possible. It's seeming to be a harder task than what we thought, but we've got the epoxy primer down, and that's the white that you see. Epoxy primer, and then we're doing the fill with this, and then we think we might go with a textured paint finish. So we'll see.
We had to sand down the imperfections from where we had not applied primer yet. The transition from white to green was also that we could see the imperfections easier, as well as where we would still need to fill with epoxy filler, as you could not see the filler on the white primer. It's crazy what just a bit of paint can do. We also started measuring our rigging so we could send our measurements for our new rigging. We are on the way to the yacht club because they're having a last braai and sailing bash because they have gotten evicted.
They got evicted.
So we are also quite unaware of what our future holds when it comes to being on the hard. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully we can stay and that we don't have to move. If we have to move, it's a whole new...
It changes things a lot.
Yeah, it changes things a lot for us. And
it's going to cost a lot of money.
yeah.
We're talking like, if we have to move, it's like nothing less than $2,000 just to move the boat. So hopefully it doesn't come to that.
But we're not too sure of the logistics behind this whole escapade and whatnot, so we're just holding thumbs and hoping for the best and praying
wait for the
that
Port Maritime authorities to get back to us and tell us what's gonna happen.
we had dinner and a few beers at the yacht club. It's maybe the end of an era for the yacht club, but maybe a start of a new one. Thanks for watching. Please give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks to our awesome new patrons, and I hope I'm saying your names correctly, Randall Holbrook and Martin Futterlink. We appreciate it tremendously.